As a mental health practitioner, really understand that there's quite a few issues beyond just the violence that is going on. There's a lot of issues around pathology, a lot of issues around the breakdown in families, and there's so much work that has to be done that peacekeepers can't do it alone. And I think that's something that we certainly understand and we've grappled with in terms of integrating it with other local organizations that can kind of lend support to that. 80% of the stress, 80% of how we handle life is judged by how we handle stress. So most of the time we're engaged in stressful situations throughout our life, throughout the day. And so if we don't keep our mind healthy, it will be very hard to function, be very difficult to achieve the kinds of things that you have set out for yourself, and to even create a vision, a sense of a purpose in life. And so that being mentally healthy is a work in progress every day, every moment.
She's an angel. She's a pioneer.
And I'm so happy to be sitting next to you. I mean, wow.
I'm Dr.ELISA English, and I'm the founding partner for PD Consultants and Clinical Services and Provocative Doctor Experience. Both companies are geared towards keeping people mentally, physically, and emotionally healthy.
I am here with Dr. ELISA English. I'm having such a good time with you. Yes. You have so much insight. Like, I'm learning just sitting here next to you.
Thank you, Francie.
I want to talk about this book that you brought. It's called Souls Revealed. Tell us a little bit about it and you know, what's your involvement in it.
Okay, Souls Revealed is a wonderful project. I'm the consulting clinician in this particular book. The Souls Revealed project came from Souls of My Sisters, which was a Essence #1 bestseller.
Ooh.
And it was a compilation of stories from everybody from Patti LaBelle to Mary J. Blige.
Wow.
Everyone sharing kind of what it took for them to get where they are today and a lot of the challenges that they faced. And what happened is we went on tour with that book that we found when we engaged in conversation with women all around the country that there was something missing. They wanted answers other than just, I hear your experience.
Right.
What can you do to help me?
Dr. ELISA English has been phenomenal in terms of her work with moving people forward in the area of mental health. She's a PhD, she's got a master's in social work. She's trying to get women to understand that focusing on their mental health issues does not make them weak. It just means they need to focus on this one area of their life.
1 in 3 women are suffering from depression, clinical depression, and depression being a gateway for suicide. I knew that there was a lot of work that needed to be done with that. And a lot of it was about relationships, a lot of it was about growing older, a lot of it was about their role in their work environment, their role in their family. And so I said, what can I do to kind of make this a fun experience? Because therapy is not the first thing we look to do. So I transitioned, not necessarily transitioned, it was a dual track, opened up Provocative Doctor Experience because I utilized a treatment modality called provocative therapy. In Provocative Doctor, we really focus on women. We want them to really continue to look at their body shape, their form. The studio and the provocative movement allows them the socialization with other women in their age group, and they can see that they also have the capacity to do a very sexy exercise. All of their Pilates and yoga movements, and most of them are done very soft, very sensual, very slow. Movement is power.
us to be ourselves and to open up a little bit more than we are out in the real world. This place is just for you to come, relax, be yourself. That's the most important thing, is you just yourself.
Not just, you know, my shape or my weight, but just the way I feel. I feel a lot more confident. My self-esteem has definitely improved.
I tend to be pretty shy, and since coming here, I think it's definitely changed me.
They really start to take control of their sensuality and take pride in themselves and develop the kind of confidence they need to sort of tackle many of their concerns or many of their challenges.
The potential is for every community member. Then they can be, you know, informative to the community who needs it. They need a place to go. They don't have an information desk on the corner, you know. Right. But to have a person like that gives them the right direction. That's very helpful. But you know, the idea of peacekeepers to me was just that community members care enough about the violence in the community that they know at its very core level there has to be a presence of love on those corners. There has to be a love presence so people know that we love our community. First you better pray for education. You pray for discipline at home. You pray for good families. You pray for all these things, and violence is a reaction to not having a lot of other pieces, obviously.
And there's the other component of it, that peacekeepers and the men and women who are involved in peacekeepers are the natural leaders in their community. That's right. And that's part of what it is. And they need to really take ownership of that role and really see themselves as a resource to that community.
I firmly believe that if she is allowed to actually have her own talk show, she can touch millions, not hundreds, but millions of people, so that they can become to know the way to heal themselves through Dr. Elisa.
I think she's absolutely phenomenal, and I just want to vouch for her. I've known her for 7 years, and I think she's incredible.
Dr. Elisa, she's one wonderful person, and I think I'm really lucky I met her. The fact that she's achieved all that she has, for me, that's an inspiration. For me, Dr. Elisa is a role model.
She's an angel. The work that she's doing is inspiring to all of us, and it keeps us on our toes and make sure we don't walk away from our community. She helps us to remember it, and that you always need reminders, and she's one great reminder.
To help them understand that they have a valued role in our society, and so certainly when I seen that first client, I knew that I had a role to play in contributing to making a difference.